Hello, everybody, welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator, everybody, welcome. Rosa Psych Investigator. So, guys, now we're going to a quick topic that I'm sure you have all seen, which is that Elon Musk's pay package was approved for $1 trillion. Now, I think he has the profitability of his company has to reach a certain number in order for him to pay that. I don't know if it's profitability, but it usually is it's attached to the stock price, which I believe is manipulated at this point. So well, let's go to here to read the news with more details. And then, okay, so Musk wins 1 trillion pay package, creating split screen on wealth in America. Tesla shareholders approved a plan to grant Elon Musk shares worth nearly 1 trillion if he meets ambitious goals, including vastly expanding the company's stock market valuation. A Tesla based in the Austin, Texas area, shareholders have largely bought into a winner-takes-all version of capitalism, agreeing by a wide margin to give Mr. Musk shares worth almost $1 trillion if the company under his management achieves ambitious financial and operational goals over the next decade. Okay. It's a pretty long article, but I just want um, to get to the actual plan. Okay. Much like an earlier pay plan that Tesla shareholders approved in 2018, this 12-step package asks Mr. Musk, the company's chief executive, to vastly expand Tesla's stock market valuation to 8.5 trillion from around 1.4 trillion, while hitting a variety of other goals. Those include selling 1 million robots with human-like qualities and 10 million paid subscriptions to the company's self-driving software. What we're about to embark upon is not merely a new chapter of the future of Tesla, but a whole new book, Mr. Musk said after thanking shareholders for their support. Tesla's stock price fell modestly in the hours after trading. Tesla's directors and some investors, including the board that oversees Florida's public pension fund, hailed the 1 trillion pay plan as a way to motivate Mr. Musk, who is already the world's wealthiest person, to build futuristic products like cars that can drive themselves. Okay, so the plan is structured in such a way that if Mr. Musk makes money, the company's investors do too, a point that the fund manager, Kathy Wood, made this week on the social media platform X. And by the way, this woman is widely known as being kind of a scammer in a way, or like a huckster. And she's just like kind of weird. Kathy Wood is. Anyway, so let's just go back here to the exact description right here so that we can, here it is. So, all right, so let's ask about that. Okay, so let's do the protection. Let me do the protection if I haven't. It's okay, it never hurts to do it again because it's topic, right? So I'd like to ask for protection, a beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs as I breathe out. I create a circle. I create a circle. I step into it. I step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources, that I create the good and only the good, and so it is. So is Elon Musk going to receive that pay? In other words, is he going to meet those goals? And is he going to let's see. Okay, let's see. I kind of want to, you know what? I think it would be interesting to actually have this as background. Uh, okay, so let me do it here with this as background. Okay, so all right, okay, so all right, so is Elon Musk going to get this pay package? trillion dollar. Today is November 11th, 2025. So it's interesting. I see this image of Elon Musk as if he's in a roller coaster type of like a seat or something. And it's like right now it's like because I when I looked at the like at the current time, right? Because when I sometimes use these like visual devices mentally like to project go forward. So they seem today, and then as I project forward mentally going to then it shows me that like by the way, what I mean is like I usually set something like I put the date in the visually so that and then I progress it. I'm not saying that I chose the roller coaster. The roller coaster was the image that came to me. Okay, so having said that, as I progress, it shows me, you know how roller coasters, there's the thing where you go like this and then whoa. So it shows me that what to me corresponding around February, March even, like it goes, it's like up and then it goes down. Whoa, like so it's such a downfall. Then there's a crash to the bottom. Like he crashes this thing in the roller coaster because it's like imagine it's so obviously it's not like a real roller coaster ride, so it just shows that it's gone up and up. It's a roller coaster, like how the prices go up and down, but it's gonna go down and just crash. And I see it's like debris, and then almost as if it opens a hole in the ground and everything starts falling. Like all his different businesses fall, like it opens up a hole and everything, all the debris goes in and it sucks all the companies, all the stuff he's been working on just collapses in there. It's a total collapse. So honestly, I didn't know what to expect. It seems kind of almost, even to me, it seems harsh. So what caused it? What happens? Why? Okay, interesting. Then he shows me again the image of the roller coaster and then the sun, as if, the Icarus with the wings made out of wax, too close to the sun. It's manipulated. He engineered things to go up like this. But he forgets that he did it when you go the higher, what is it? The higher the fall, you really are up there. So when the fall happens, it's unsurvivable. It just the collapse is real. So wow. So no, he doesn't. Not only doesn't he get the trillion, but it feels like the whole empire collapses. And to be fair, okay, I think he's done good cars. I'm not a car. I don't know anything about cars, but some people say that hey, his cars have some of them are decent. But what happened, the issue started to happen when it became all about the stock price, not the product, right? Because that's what it is. He says crazy things and that helps the stock go up. Like it's kind of like it moves markets, right? And then he just makes up crazier and crazier things, and the stock keeps going up even when the sales are bad, even in right? Because with his stock, there's a total detachment from fundamentals to the price, right? It's not connected, it seems like. So it shows again that, but it tells me the whole thing collapses. Why? Why does it collapse? That's right. He flew too close to this, and I understand, but tell me exactly what happens. What happens? Okay, maybe the card. So why? What happens? What causes the collapse? Okay, the money, it's okay. It shows me then the hand. He puts his hand in his pocket, and it's the money, and then it puts like it. So if you read about Tesla and his several companies, what happens is like he has these people like his trusted advice whatever people that like a mob boss or something there's allies will then handle the finances of all the companies at once, so it's almost like a piggy bank where they can all take money from and transfer to the different companies and nobody really knows, and like it's not transparent, right? And then there was the news the other day, not a while back I guess, that people in his XAI company left because they were concerned that his loyalists were in charge of the financials, and it was opaque. Nobody really knew. It doesn't make sense. So he kind of combines the companies and he takes it. So this is accounting fraud, classic, right? And so this is the financial, not only financial manipulation, but he takes it, he transfers the monies to make, so it's a lot of fraud, it's saying. So is it like, yeah, sort of like Iran, and it's saying there's just a lot of, it's like there's even money laundering. It's just very opaque and complicated. So, but why, what makes it collapse? What makes it, because I feel like a lot of, like, again, even this stuff, it comes out, right? There's articles about it. It's not completely, it's not like nobody knows. What is different this time? It's saying the justice goes after him, especially saying the mistake that he made is now, before he was just like an a-hole guy, right? And it's like annoying and whatever. But then he started to meddle with elections. And then he became a dangerous person. Like, it doesn't make sense. So a person who meddles in things that he does needs to know that doesn't make sense. When you do the type of thing, there's going to be scrutiny, right? So the scrutiny he's dealing with is much bigger now than it was before. So he's saying he abused his almost like his gifts or his everything he was given. It wasn't enough, right? He had to dominate. He had to do everything like this, and then this is what happens, right? So so tell me again, like here with the card. So what is going to happen with the one, the $1 trillion package? I saw that he doesn't, it doesn't happen. Why? What happens? See if the what details the cards offer here. Okay, let's see. Okay, woman, money upside down. Quick, interesting, fast. Or it could be that once we have a woman, let's see, one more card for stress or burden. Okay. What happens that doesn't, okay. Okay, this some stuff comes out. Treachery, older man. Okay, so could be him. Yes, what is the reason? That's our financial treachery. And it's interesting because this Eight of Wands means something swift, something happening quickly. So once it does, it does. Okay, again, the dog, uh, the house, fortune, loyalist, that's right. Oh no, I'm sorry. This, it's funny, I get the confused because to me it looks like the fortune card, but it's a message. So messages from loyalists. Is it the White House? Could it be? Maybe. Gift. Okay, no gift. Could be corrupt. It could be accounting issues also. Okay. Gift. Let's see. What else? Journey. That's right. He does a lot of, he seems to like putting a lot. We know that. Okay, great fortune. That's right. So yeah, it's saying that there's, guys, I've said this before. I think a lot of his investors, he has been receiving money from Russia for years. Like I think Russians were the ones, to be fair, who invested in his businesses when nobody else would. Before he was, super like that, huge. He had to find money because famously manufacturing is very expensive, right? It's not like a regular software company. You need money to make all these plants, create plants and all that. So there are some Russian VC firms that invested in him. Russia talks about it. And and so I think ultimately, if you do an investigation of like, if everything, let's say there's a deep dive, not just dive, but tracing of all the money and the influence and all that, it will go, does it make sense? It will show that Russians own it's, oh, it tells me, as I'm telling you this, Russians own a lot more of his business than we know. But then it tells me, who's like that too? Trump, right? It's true. Russians also invested in his businesses when nobody else would, right? And then they were clever enough to ask for favors in return. So, wow. Hmm. So now let's ask about, so let's actually ask directly now. What about Tesla? Because I asked about him. So what happens to Tesla? Because maybe if he leaves as a CEO, there could be, different, it's a technically it's owned by, like, it's not a public company, so many shareholders. So, but what happens to Tesla? Wow, I see. It shows me again this image of a house that like falls, collapses, and like the top of it is all like crumbling. And then there's somebody that comes with a like a machete or something, cuts it up in pieces, small pieces, and sells pieces of it. That's right. Okay, so sell some of it as some of the IP, but it to me it looks like a situation of like an auction, not something like not fancy at all, just kind of sold for parts. That's how they say it. It's saying the price will go down so much that it will have to be so, but it will be sold for parts. Like, I honestly feel bad because some of it is actually pretty good. It's just that the stock is so manipulated. So let's see what happens to Tesla. It's all right. So what happens to the card say about the just I know some of you don't like the okay, here it is. Interesting. What happens to Tesla, right? Here is the or I'm upside down. Now, this could be covert things coming out. The chariot upside down means like abuse of power or push the right's like going too yeah, abuse of power going too far by forceful means. And here is something happened, like this energy coming out here. Now it's interesting, this card, he also owns SpaceX. So having SpaceX departs could be the on IPO. I don't know. Could it be? Okay, so here is now longing, like it's desire, but longing, expecting or waiting some money, unexpected event, unexpected joy, but something, a surprise could happen. Family room. Wait, I thought, you know what? Let me just shuffle this one. Did I shuffle? No, I told you guys. I'm kind of like, because I feel like I've seen it. Does it? Sometimes I'm like, wait, did I see that card? Did I? Okay. Oh, coffin. Okay. Coffin. Courthouse. That's right. This could be a bankruptcy ending through bankruptcy court. Oh, let's see what is something fell. What fell? No. Wait. Oh, here this pathway. Now, interesting because this is a card I traditionally associate with elections. So, but it's a path or like so the essentially options, a surprise, an ending here because overt information comes out related to um, probably SpaceX. Okay, and then was the court bankrupt? It's like that's right, could be bankruptcy court, and then um, that's the way if there's a way forward. Okay, then that would also be election related stuff. Okay. All right. So then what this leads me to another question that I think we'll think. We know that Elon Musk was instrumental in the 2024 election. What role will Elon Musk play in the next election? Will he have the same prominent role that he did in 2024? Because that's the scary part, honestly, out of all of it, right? Is he going to be able to do something shady to the election? What role will he play in the next election? So, I mean, midterm elections, that's what I mean. No, I see that his arms are cut off, meaning no, he can't do anything. And his shell shocked about other things. The election is far away, like way farther, like he's not thinking about it. And I see it's interesting. I see it shows me his hand disabling a button or something. Like not only is he not going to get involved, but he's not going to allow that to happen, others to do it, because he feels like he knows almost instinctively that the moment he did that, it's the moment when he signed his like bankruptcy warrant or something like that, because it it turned the luck that he had experienced up to that point turned dramatically. So that's what I see now. And then it's funny, I see then Putin, but I think just meaning Russia, like trying to like manually drive these satellites, but it's like it shows me the rays not hitting right or change it. The frequencies have changed. It's not working anymore. Whoever tries to use it afterwards for the encounter. So, all right, let's see. So again, let's see the cards, what they say about it. Interesting. Okay, now this is the first one is King of Swords. Interesting. This could be the Justice. Okay, stuff coming out. That's right. And no, okay, issues with money. Okay, Justice exposes things. Interesting. Judge again. Huh. Another, okay, sadness. And then, okay, loss. Now, this is interesting. This is a card of gambling. Okay, so it could be again that he gambled and lost. And again, here is we have the Page of Pentacles. Show would suggest he has very little money left or whatever. Okay, wow, coffin. Okay, guilty. Let the so information about his guilt. Let's see here. Official. That guys, this could be the usually it's the military. So the military, and he has all these contracts with SpaceX, the military does, right? So judge, okay, the law looks at it, the military looks at it, the law looks at it, the judge ends it. So no, okay, here is community. This could be the country even, right? So again, we're asking about the election, what role he will play. I think this card, especially the Two of Swords upside down, suggests that the truth has come out. And so that's good for us. And here we have wealthy man, so that could be him. So, it could also suggest that there's a wariness of all these men, that the wealthy men that have played a big role in our elections, and maybe they will be curtailed almost, God willing. Okay, so that was interesting. I know, really, it was interesting, guys. So, okay, so thank you for watching. All right, okay. And then do I have another question? Because it really feels no, but it really feels like this whole 1 trillion package, like the New York Times article said. It's like the apex of this era. Then it goes down. It tells me, Rosa, that was not natural. It was not like it was manufactured. And that's one man wanted to be like gods. And as the Greeks have known for centuries, it never ends well when men think they are gods, right? So all right, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.